sugar, but then now what? In the beginning of this year, I spent 30 days without eating sugar, and then now it's December and I still didn't post a video about how it went because I recorded the process. It wasn't the best video, like always when I try to do something, but I think it was enough for you to see how it went. And then now I came back like a year later to tell you how it went after I quit sugar. Well, better late than ever. There are a million videos on YouTube about like quitting sugar for 30 days, and then they like record the process and they vlog about it, which I always find it a little fake, but I wanted to try it for myself because really I am addicted to sugar. And it's not like I love sugar, I'm addicted to chocolate. No, it's like, I mean, like, it's bad. Like with heavier things like drugs, if you were ever around a person that has that type of addiction, you know how bad it is. You know how bad the person gets when they want the fix. Like they do whatever it takes in order to get it. It's very hard to tell your brain that you don't need it and that you're much better off without it. So I've struggled with that for a long time with sugar. It's not nearly as bad anymore, thank goodness, because it was really bad. The 30 days without sugar had helped me. However, I'm not so sure that I'm doing great after the 30-day experience, after all of this year. So I'm gonna tell you in details all about it. So obviously I'm talking about refined sugar, added sugar, and not just regular sugar that you have in like fruits, for example. I did eat fruits, and that kept me going and alive and wanting to proceed to existence. I was a person that couldn't imagine going a day without eating chocolate. I think that I got much better, and I also learned that in order for you to be who you want to be, you have to act like the person you want to be before it even happens. If you just keep telling yourself that you are trying to quit something, for example, like smoking cigarettes, if you keep saying that you're trying to quit smoking, you're not really going to quit it. There's so much cat hair flying into the sunlight in the camera. But yeah, I enjoy the motivation of the beginning of the year to do a life-changing thing and then just quit sugar. And I think that having a time frame in order to just quit sugar makes it way easier than just being like, yeah, I'll never eat sugar again, or I'll reduce immensely the amount of sugar I eat. And obviously for the first couple of days, everything was magical. And then I started getting, well, you know what? I'll let Ligia from the past tell you how the entire experience for the 30 days went. And then we're gonna come back here with me for the afterwards.
This is day 2 with no sugar. Actually, kind of day 1, because yesterday I ate bread and I didn't even stop to think that bread has sugar in it, like added sugar. I did have bread yesterday, so it's kind of like the first day. And maybe because I did have bread yesterday, I feel no desire on having sugar yet, or I'm not struggling or anything. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. It is day 3/2. I am fine. I'm not craving it yet. I'm keeping me busy, so I can't really think of sugar. If I slightly think of cheating, I kind of am replacing eating sugar with scrolling on social media, which is not great, but at least I'm keeping consistent. I just dyed my hair, so I think that helped me distract myself from eating sugar, and I think that that's a good thing too, to like find things to get you distracted. I noticed that I never came up and updated you on how my sugarless time has been. It's been 2 weeks that I haven't had refined sugar. The first week after I feel like I stopped recording like day 3 or 2 or 3. The last time I recorded, right after that, I got really depressed, like really low on energy. Just slept all day and I got a little depressed and got some intrusive thoughts. I didn't have a lot of cravings, which was very surprising to me. However, this is 2 weeks later when people say that cravings start getting better, but I don't think it's true. It also involves that I'm in a whole different country now. Even though I can sleep now, I got a lot of cravings going for me this week. So cravings are starting to get bad again, especially because I really wanted a cinnamon. But overall, it's been better than I thought with holding back. Some days I did have like 0 sugar soda, which I know super bad. I try to avoid bread with added sugar. I even bought bread. Here in the US, it's really hard to find bread that has no added sugars to it. I try to avoid it at all costs, but sometimes, unfortunately, I might have had some, but it's obviously way less than I would before, when I would just eat a whole bar of chocolate in one sitting. I'm excited to see how it keeps going. I still have 2 weeks to go. Super hard. I really want all of the candy, all of the cakes that they have here. And it was also pretty hard to leave my home country and not have some desserts that I can only get there. I'm noticing that it's not the end of the world, and I think that makes a huge difference when you want to change up your eating habits a little. Let's see how it goes. It is my last day without sugar. Tomorrow I get to eat desserts and sweets and candy. However, I did notice a lot of improvement in a lot of areas of my life, excluding added sugar out of my diet. I accidentally had sugar in some things, like added sugar, like 1 gram of added sugar in like bread, for example, like some bread that I ate at someone else's house. So I wasn't as strict, and I wish I was more, but like I know that like people can avoid sugar at all costs, and I tried my best, and I think I had massive improvements in like my shape, my performance in exercising, even like focused studying. I noticed differences in all of those areas, and I'm actually kind of scared to go and get addicted to sugar again. Tomorrow I'm gonna go and get a massive donut, and then I'll tell you how I feel after having a donut. I'll say if there is any difference, if I even like donuts anymore. I know that 30 days is not a long time for you to just stop liking stuff, but overall I want to keep the candy and like sweets very limited on my daily intake and not eating it like every single day like I'm used to. That was great, and I can't believe I made it. I really thought it was impossible, and I see a lot of my friends being like, oh my god, I can't believe it, I could never do the same. And honestly, I really thought I couldn't do the same either, but I did it. I managed to stay away from sweets, from candy, from chocolate. So like little things like that, you know, make you a little happier, make you feel a little better about yourself. But there's nothing wrong with a little dessert once in a while, and I'm very excited for my dessert.
Here we are back to the present moment where I still don't really know how to completely get without sugar or eat way less than before. So because in the middle of the 30 days I ended up coming to the US, it became very hard to avoid sugar and added sugar in things that weren't in my house. A big thing of it was that I was mostly eating at home, because I think that everything outside in the world has added sugar somehow. And I think that the more you don't eat it, it's actually easier to be without it. But then once you eat it once, it's over. Talking about the entire year, after I finished the 30 days without sugar, I went back to just eating sugar, and then I feel like everybody goes through a phase where like you want to eat something sweet after the 30 days. I think that was my huge mistake. Because I just went and ate the most massive donut ever. I just wanted more and more. And then I decided that because Lent season was coming, like the 40 days between Mardi Gras and Easter, I just decided to just go another 40 days with no sugar. So I did a good like 10 days. And then after that, all downhill from there. Honestly, until like August, September, I just ate sugar normally, just like always, and fast foods. And then I started moving around, and I had to eat a lot in fast foods because I needed something fast, like just traveling at the airports and everything. I am already like, I've made a couple of videos before talking about how I'm trying to food prep, and I'm already a person who doesn't really know how to cook, so I was really using the support of my family and friends to keep healthy, to keep off sugar. But then when it was all on my own, it started getting a little more complicated. Some things I did that I still do and still help. I don't bring sugar into my house, so I'll always eat and consume sugar outside of here. So if I'm home, I'm never gonna bring snacks, I'm never gonna bring sugar in. Right now around the holiday seasons, I might have failed a couple times, but it wasn't entirely my fault. It was people that were bringing things for me, and my birthday's coming up, so I'm definitely gonna have cake and stuff like that, but focusing on like special events rather than just eating it. And now I try to give priority to eating like desserts instead of eating just like really like candy off the package. Whenever I do, I kind of feel bad. I remember how good it felt. Like the one important thing that I would love to talk about quitting sugar is how good it felt not eating it. I felt like an entire new person. I felt like I gave me evidence that I could do anything ever in the world that I wanted. It made me really energetic after a while, because for a while I could just sleep. I didn't intend to lose weight. I didn't need to lose weight, but I lost like 4 kilograms, like almost 10 pounds really, like just by not eating sugar. Like I wasn't really eating like super healthy outside of the no added sugar, no like artificial refined sugar. I still lost weight and I still felt much healthier. Even my skin, bags under my eyes, like everything that you see generic people saying on the internet on these 30 days challenges, it's all true. Like it all happens in just as little as 30 days. You can definitely see a massive difference if you are a person that consumes a lot of sugar. I feel like if you don't really eat a lot of sugar and then you quit completely, it's not gonna make a huge difference. But if your diet is like 80% sugar, like mine was, the difference is insane. Because I guess it's like any other healthy habit that you can possibly have. Like, you know it's good for you. You know that if you exercise, it's good for you. You know that if you drink water, it would be good for you. Why don't we do it? But the results, like the benefits from doing good things to you, are so good, and I want it, and I don't really know what to do. Like right now I've been researching a lot on how to quit addiction. So it went up and down this year. Like there were moments where I was doing much better into not eating sugar or bad things, and then there were times where it was just bad again. And right now, while recording this video and remembering how good it was staying off sugar, I might try another 30 days in January with the motivation. Like I might try it all over again, even though it didn't work the first time. I feel like our brain unconsciously starts thinking that we're never gonna eat sugar again and panics. Like I have to be honest with you, I don't know what to do now. Like I don't know how I could stop eating sugar completely or reduce sugar completely. I don't know how I can be more consistent with making my own food or eating much healthier, because I am very dependent into like eating out. It's really complicated for me to like always meal prep like I was doing in a few weeks. Like I did it for a month this year too. You can see it in this video, but I still think that I have so much work to do when it comes to my diet, because it's like it's starting from scratch. So I'm giving myself the time to like figure things out, but at the same time I really want to feel as good as I did when I quit sugar for 30 days. And I think that experience, like in one way it was great and perfect for me to see how great it is, but then it was bad because I feel like my brain got freaked out about not eating sugar at all because of all of the sugar I've eaten my entire life. It's scared of doing it again somehow. I'm just like, I'm trying to see myself as this person that is so evolved and doesn't eat sugar. I think that that's another side too, that like I'm so obsessed about just quitting sugar that I'm not thinking about like what am I gonna eat that is still also very good and that will still make me very happy and nurtured. Like I feel that my best bet to quit sugar is to not think about it, to think about other things, like not think about like sugar, think about like whatever else, explore some hobbies, keep myself busy. Because I also noticed that if I get bored, I will be thinking about all of this sugar that I can eat. Because if I just keep thinking about it and thinking about how much I'm failing at it, it would never change anything. I just want the benefits of being off sugar. If you want to know if it's worth it, it absolutely is. That little time without sugar made such a huge difference, and I really want to experience that again. Like, it was so good. But anyways, as of now, this is where we are. I hope that this was interesting and helpful to you. Let me know please if you have any ideas on what I can do to make this thing better, because I feel like this is a two-way street, you know. Like I help you out with some things, you help me out with some things. I will see you guys next video.
Okay, bye.